Most people are not living their own life. They're living a life designed to avoid disappointing other people, their parents, their friends, and society. My name is Daniel, and I'm here to teach you about freedom and how you yourself can become free. If you try to avoid disappointing other people, what happens? You slowly start to lose yourself. And the terrifying part is, most people mistake this for maturity. There's this idea that freedom and being disliked come hand in hand. You cannot separate them, because the second you start living according to your own values, naturally, people will start to disapprove. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable. And if you keep going down this path of having a fear of rejection, then you'll never truly live your own life. Close your eyes and imagine this. Your parents want you to become a doctor. They want you to go to medical school and they want you to study very hard. But you want to become a singer. It is your lifelong goal to be a famous singer. So now you have a choice. You live for approval and you become a doctor, or you live for yourself and your own values and you become a singer. And most people choose the approval route. They become the doctor. And it's not because they're a weak person. It's because they are scared. They're scared of judgment. They're scared of the conflict from their parents. And they're scared of disappointing the ones that they love. So instead, they abandon themselves quietly. Here's the dangerous question that I want you to ask yourself. If nobody judged me, what would I genuinely want to do? Ask yourself that, because most people will immediately realize that their real desires and their current life aren't matching. And this is where actual freedom begins. First, you have the awareness. Now you need to take action. And this next exercise will help you make it painfully obvious to what you really want. Tonight, I want you to sit alone. No phone, no music, no distraction. I want you next to write 2 lists. The first list, what do people want from me? The next list, what do I want from myself? You have to be brutally honest, because once you can physically see the differences between these 2 lists, something happens psychologically. You will realize how much of your life is being lived by the fear of judgment from others. And once you become aware of that, you can never unsee it. Now I want you to listen to me carefully. This absolutely does not mean becoming a selfish person. And this does not mean ruining your relationships with other people around you. But what this doesn't mean is understanding something very, very important. That thing is, other people cannot live your life for you. And if you constantly betray yourself for approval of others, resentment starts to grow. You'll have resentment for yourself, and you'll have resentment from others around you. Because deep down, you know this. You've abandoned your own path. So here's the next practical step. You need to start making decisions based on your own values and your own ideals. Start with small things first. Start with your hobbies, your goals, your opinions, and your routines. Train yourself to tolerate disapproval in tiny amounts, because freedom is psychological, and most people are addicted to validation. And the goal is not to become hated, it's to become internally directed, and that's what changes everything. At the end of the day, this is your life, and you have to live with the consequences of the path you chose. That's why freedom matters so much, because the people who truly feel alive are normally the people who stopped asking for permission to be themselves. And yes, being disliked by other people hurts, but abandoning yourself hurts far more. Trust.